LiveWire Del Mar and 6 things they didn't tell us. Now, my son Preston today took delivery of the first ever LiveWire Del Mar delivered to a customer. It was launch edition number 33 out of 100. And after riding the bike around for a while, we found out that in typical LiveWire fashion, the marketing department at LiveWire has chose to hide major features of the Del Mar from the general public, and only time will tell if this was the right thing to do. Most companies do not hide major features and benefits of their products before they ship, but that's what LiveWire's done. Now, this is not the first time they've done it. It turns out that almost a year ago, on October 16, 2022, I did a video called the 6 Secret Features of the Del Mar. Now, I was guessing at that point because the Del Mar hadn't been released and LiveWire wasn't saying much about it, but I made 6 claims of things that I thought the Del Mar had. And it turns out that I was right about all 6 things. And you can go back and watch the video if you want on my channel, but real quickly, it had virtual throttle control with feedback, which is what gives LiveWire the incredible feel when you ride it. It has the Bosch 6-axis IMU for stability control to reduce accidents. It has a swing arm concentric motor drive, which they are still not talking about, but that's a very important feature that reduces weight, increases precision in riding, and it's also lower cost to produce. But anyway, still don't talk about it. Low mass, high torque drivetrain. They talk about the high torque drivetrain. They're still not talking about the low mass, but when you ride the bike, you can tell that it handles considerably different than other motorcycles. I think that's one of the reasons why. They have admitted to remote diagnostics over cellular and over-the-air updates over cellular, both of which have shown on the website. But there are 6 more things that after riding the bike today, we found out about. And I'm calling them the 6 secret things I missed. The first thing is track mode. Now, I was first told about track mode after my test ride. They told me about it after my ride, not before the ride, because they probably know I would have switched it on and given it a try. But it's a very, very important feature. It was leaked out a few days ago when the owner's manual became available online, and was talked about in Facebook. But this is a very major feature that is still not on the website, and it's a mystery to me why LiveWire is not talking about this. But it's a very cool and important feature of the bike. Also, the bike has dual compound tires. It has what I'm going to call CarPlay. Don't know what to call it, but I'm calling it CarPlay. It has Harley-Davidson badging, Rizoma accents, and absolutely over-the-top quality and attention to detail. Now, I'm going to talk about each of these in turn. So let's start out with track mode. Track mode is a mode you can get in by holding down the mode button when you're in sport mode for 3 seconds. So when you do that, it pops into another mode, which gives you faster throttle response, gives you reduced regen, reduced front ABS, reduced traction control intervention, reduced lift control on the front. Rear lift control is turned off on the rear ABS is turned off, and the speed governor may be turned off. Now, what happened, I was riding around the bike today, and when I was messing around with track mode, it was starting to get dark, so I was not wanting to test that thing about how fast the bike goes at night to see if they turn the speed governor off. But I can tell you that it is a really crazy ride. If you're on the throttle hard, you better be covering the back brake because that front end is coming up. And it's a wild and crazy thing. The bike is a beast anyway, and in track mode, I don't even know where it's at. But it seems to me initially that it's a mode you want to ride in all the time. But anyway, I'm going to play with it more in the next few days. But it's an incredible change of the personality of the motorcycle. Really, really cool. Next is dual compound tires. Found out from a press release from Dunlop that this tire was specially designed for the LiveWire, and that it's dual compound, meaning that it's a hard compound in the middle, so you get longer tire life, and it's soft on the sides for when you're going in the canyons and twisty, you get better grip and cornering. Now, the fastest ride I took in the mountains was the original one where I got a test ride on a pre-production Del Mar. I haven't had a chance to do it on the new bike yet, but I can tell you the thing really grips and the bike really goes fast and leans hard. And part of the reason, obviously, is the tires. And they're dual compound, and that's something I wasn't aware of. LiveWire doesn't talk about it, but I found out about it on the Dunlop website. Now, the next thing is really crazy, and this shocked me when I saw it. I don't know what to call it. I'm going to call it CarPlay because it looks like CarPlay, but it's not really CarPlay. What it is the instrument panel on the LiveWire. When you use it with the app, they're changing all the pixels around, and you get a picture like this with navigation and music and everything else on the screen with displays for speed and everything else as you're riding. This screen can be completely controlled, zooming in and out, everything else with the buttons on the side without ever taking your hands off the handlebars. You can do music, you can do everything, and it's just incredible, and I've never seen anything like it. And the screen is very, very bright, and I understand that it's pretty much identical to the Sportster S. Apparently the Harley-Davidson Sportster S has got something similar. It's got the same instrument cluster where it shows this kind of thing. This is actually a picture I got from a magazine on the Sportster S. I didn't have a good picture of it on LiveWire, but this is exactly what it looks like. And you can control your phone, your navigation, everything, and zoom on in and out while you're riding without taking your hands off the handlebars. So, I mean, that's pretty incredible stuff, and they don't mention it on the website. It's another one of these secret features that they don't tell customers about. Next, I was surprised. There's a lot of Harley-Davidson badging on this bike. This is the right-hand side. It says Harley-Davidson Motor Company. That's kind of a medallion on the side of the engine case. And on the other side, actually, as part of the casting, it says Harley-Davidson Motor Company. So they are not hiding the fact that Harley is owns most of LiveWire, and that's Harley-Davidson. It's made by Harley-Davidson. So I think that's really cool and good for the brand. I was very surprised to see that there are Rizoma accents on the bike. This is a door this is the charge door that actually says Rizoma on the door. And if you look at the foot pegs, they look to me like they're Rizoma foot pegs, although they don't have the Rizoma name on them. And lastly, over the top build quality and attention to detail. Now, on the left there, that's a picture of the Del Mar with the seat taken off. On the right, you see a picture of the seat. You can see by looking at the wires, everything in the frame of the bike, that everything is very neat and tidy and very well done. You can tell the stitching on the seat. It's an excellent seat, looks really good. Obviously very high quality. The part that blew me away is most motorcycles, when they have a removable seat like that, it's always somewhat of a chore to get them back on. You have to kind of line them up and push them down, and they don't fit exactly right, and there's a little bit of slop. I can tell you that this seat goes into the slot like nothing I've ever seen. It just right in, click. Really, really easy, really, really good. Everything is tight. The tolerances between the seat and the bodywork are perfect. Everything about this bike, from the paint to the finish to everything, it's just an unbelievable level of quality that is far beyond anything that I've seen on German or Italian bikes. Some of the high-end Harleys, I guess, have paint that can compare to this. It's been worth a long wait. LiveWire underpromised and over-delivered at a time when other motorcycle companies were overpromising and never deliver. I'm talking about, companies like Damon, like Flow, like Lightning, all kinds of companies that are promising things they never come out with. LiveWire has moved forward with the Del Mar. They've made it real. They've actually made the bike much better than what they promised. And motorcycling has always been very important to Preston and I. And we truly appreciate all the people at LiveWire and the massive effort it took to bring the Del Mar to market. I, as a father, really appreciate the fact that motorcycles like Del Mar point the way to a very bright future for Preston and other people that are coming in the future that'll be riding motorcycles. Have a great day.